Google's smartwatch, let's call it the Pixel Watch, might be just around the corner. And now it looks like we get a good look at what Wear OS 3 might look like running on it. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. A few weeks ago, I made a video on the possible upcoming Pixel Watch or Google Smartwatch. It seems that Google is finally comfortable enough to make their own smartwatch, which is why I'm calling it the Pixel Watch. Until we have a name, that's what I'm going to call it. On that, rumor says that we're going to get the watch sometime next year and that it will most likely serve as a showcase for Wear OS 3. Now, Wear OS 3 technically has been out for a few months now, but it's mixed in with Samsung's Tizen, and right now is exclusive to the Samsung Galaxy 4. In the next few months, Fossil watches and other third parties should be able to add Wear OS 3 to their devices. But until that happens, really the only thing that we have to kind of get an idea of what Wear OS 3 looks like is on the Galaxy Watch. There is new screens that show pure vanilla Wear OS 3. And those screens show what the operating system looks like without any Samsung skin. But also there is in one of those screenshots hidden the fact that Fitbit might actually be coming to Wear OS 3. Now, of course, we don't know if this is going to be exclusively for the Pixel Watch. That will make sense. Or if it's actually going to appear in other devices. That, in my opinion, wouldn't make any sense. Because Google purchased Fitbit about 2 years ago for $2 billion. They still haven't done anything with them. And one could say that the pandemic happened right after the acquisition. So that might be the reason for the delay. But it will make sense that Google will actually be adding Fitbit to their upcoming smart watches. So let's take a quick tour of what Wear OS 3 looks like. All this comes from 9to5 Google. Okay, so we open with the watch face here, gives you some information. As you can see, we have the time in the middle, the battery status, calendar, and any upcoming events at the bottom of it. Then when you pull from the top, you have your settings menu or your menu. That works the same way right now. When you pull from the top, it gives you the same thing, but the menu is a little different. It's stacked up. It looks like it continues from top to bottom, so it allows you to look at everything in one place instead of having to swipe around to get to different places. And then when you go into the settings, you can see you have the list of things that you have within the settings. It shows you here general battery health services where you can put in your information in order to tailor the health benefits for you, weight, height. Then we have your system menu, your Wi-Fi menu. It looks to be pretty easy and intuitive to use. Obviously, it's touch. Here's where you will see your messages. And as you can see, the messages there have rounded corners, just like Android 12 does. Right now, this is based on Android 11, but I'm assuming that at some point it's going to be upgraded to the Material U UI in order to match what the Pixel devices have. Then as you can do now, you can pull from the side in order to continue looking at your other screens. Here shows you how you will add screens or reorganize screens. So when you press add, you can add different types of alarms or timers. If you want to move something, you can see you press the arrows on the sides and that will move the screens to do it. Then in order to add different faces, you can go ahead and go there and it gives you all the information on what the faces can do and the different colors that you can put on the watch face. In this case is an analog face. Up next we have what the different watch faces for Wear OS 3 might look like. Again, this is a developer software preview, so this isn't 100% finished of what you're going to be seeing once the watch rolls out. But this gives you an idea of what you can expect from Google. So the first one that we see here is a digital watch face. After that, it switches to a digital watch face with different complications. On each side, we have heart rate, weather, date on the top. Then we have another digital watch face. This one is one of those that keeps track of your steps, and it looks like that bar will obviously fill up as you move up on your step goal. And then we have this weirdly artistic, I will say, watch faces. And this one looks like it changes colors as the sun sets and rises. And then we have a analog watch face, and this one has the heart rate on the bottom. And then here we have a analog watch face that has more complications in it, and we have heart rate, weather, your step goal, and your calendar. I guess that's actually calories burned, it's not the steps. And here we have a more classic, let's say, analog watch face, except for the color. And here we have a watch face that has a lot of numbers. Actually looks pretty cool. Then here we have, again, another watch face that has complications on it and the time. And then finally, here we get our first look at the watch face that includes the Fitbit. So here we have the time. I'm assuming on the top is how much time you have been active for, how many calories and then you have the Fitbit logo. So some of the things that we get from what we just saw is, one, the faces, as you can see, are very colorful and out there for people to kind of have fun, if you can call that. Instead of being black and white and making it look like a real watch when people are seeing it, they're trying to go for a more, I will say, playful style. And that can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing, obviously, depending on your taste. I personally prefer something that's more muted and, not super colorful, which is the reason why I have the type of watch face that I have on this watch. But the other thing that we see is that if this is to be true, then the Pixel Watch is going to have Fitbit in the device baked in, or not in the device, but in the software baked in. And I wonder how that is going to work. Are they just going to attach your Fitbit account into the watch? Is the watch going to be made hand in hand with Fitbit, who have been very successful with their health trackers, where they're going to use some of that expertise into the Pixel Watch in order to make it, the smarts of Google and the software from Google with the hardware know-how and software know-how of Fitbit, marry both and give you something that can actually challenge the Apple Watch. It is yet to be seen, but from all this, it looks like Google is going the right way and that we might finally get that Pixel Watch that people have been asking for so many years. What do you think about this latest Wear OS screens? Do you like the fact that they're colorful and playful, or do you prefer something more muted and normal per se? Do you think that Fitbit is going to play a major role within these devices? Let me know in the comment section. So for me, go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.